transfiguration experience when Jesus and his disciples were up on the mountain and he was transfigured before their very eyes. And while Jesus, Peter, James, and John were on top of the mountain, the other disciples down at the bottom of the mountain were confronted by a man who brought his son to them and explained to them that he was having all kinds of problems, some demonic activity that caused him to sometimes plunge into the water and the fire. Amen. And after them putting forth their best efforts, they were unable to relieve the boy of his demonic activity. And of course, when Jesus came down from the mountain, this man confronted him and said, Lord, my son, has all these different issues. He jumps into the water, he jumps into the fire. He's having all of these issues, and I brought him to your disciples, but they could not help him. Amen? Amen. It was after a conversation with the man, Jesus raised the question, made the statement of the text, if thou can believe, all things are possible. And so that's really what I want to focus on for this time of sharing. The words of Jesus as he declares them in this text. If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. This statement by Jesus affirms the potential and power of faith. Faith, by definition, is a strong belief in something for which there is no quantifiable corroboration or proof. It is conviction without evidence. It is confidence without authentication. Faith is essential within our lives as Christians. It is faith which brings God onto the scene of our situations and aspirations. God shows up where faith is present because faith demonstrates our acceptance of God as well as our acknowledgement of what God is able to do. Where faith is present, what God can do is unrestricted. Where faith is present, what God can be manifested or accomplished has no limitation. Faith in God rejects the idea of limits. Faith in God vetoes the very suggestion that there are boundaries to what is possible. Faith in God supplants any form of misgiving. Faith in God uproots all seeds of distrust and doubt. Do you hear me? It disbelieves naysayers, and it disregards the words of all scoffers and skeptics. Faith, that is faith, absolutely believes God. And this kind of faith is the kind of faith that is crucial if we are to ever experience what is atypical in our realm of what is ordinary or commonplace. Atypical is that which is unusual. Atypical is that which is exceptional, that which is beyond normal. Do you hear me? Yes, and when Jesus says all things are possible to him who believes, the assertion is, with faith, nothing is impossible. To say that nothing is impossible is to say that nothing is unattainable. To say that nothing is impossible is to say that nothing is unfeasible. To say that nothing is impossible is to say that nothing is impractical. To say that nothing is impossible is to say that nothing is insurmountable. If it can be conceived and believed, with God, it can be achieved. Are you listening to me? In the spirit realm of faith, there are no remote possibilities. In the spirit realm of faith, there are no long shots. In the spirit realm of faith, there are no improbabilities. In the spirit realm of faith, there are no lotteries. We take no chance having faith in God. Do y'all hear me? I said we take no chance having faith in God. We roll no dice, believing that nothing is too hard for God. What is it God cannot do? What is it God cannot bring to pass? The Bible says, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Ephesians 3:20. What is this power that worketh in us? The power that worketh in us is our faith in God. Without faith, we nullify God's abilities. Without faith, we prevent God from intervening in our lives. God honors faith because faith honors God. Amen. And lack of faith discredits God. A lack of faith disparages the omnipotence of God. God is all powerful. God is able to do anything. We simply must believe it. We simply must accept it as true and conduct our lives accordingly. It matters not odds against us. It matters not barriers before us. Faith esteems God and faith concedes to God. Faith does not waver. Faith does not compromise its stance. Faith does not seek an alternative plan. Faith sticks with God. Amen. Do y'all hear me? In living with the mindset of no limits, we tell ourselves, I can do it. In living with the mindset of no limits, we tell ourselves, I will pursue it. In living with the mindset of no limits, we tell ourselves, I will complete it. In living with the mindset of no limit, we tell ourselves, it shall come to pass. In this, we let no one discourage us. In this, we let no one dissuade us. In this, we let no one unsettle us. In this, we let no one put limits on us. We plan. We go for it. We endeavor to make it happen. We don't give up along the way. If it doesn't work at first, we try again. If one door is closed, we knock on another. I'm talking about living without limits. We serve a God of no limits. There is nothing God cannot do. There is nothing that God cannot make a reality in our lives. If God be for us, who can be against us? Ain't that what Romans 8:31 says? No limits. If we have the faith, all things are possible. The problem arises when we allow circumstances to frustrate our faith. Do y'all hear me? That's where the problem comes. Is when we allow circumstances to frustrate our faith. The problem arises when we abandon our faith during hard times.
Yes.
And let me say here that all faith will meet challenge. But true faith always perseveres. All faith will meet challenge. Because your faith and your convictions are only as good as they hold up under pressure. Amen? True faith weathers the storm. True faith continues. True faith endures. True faith yet believes in spite of conditions in spite of surroundings, in spite of obstacles, in spite of adversities, true faith keeps striving. Am I talking to somebody that need to know that this morning? True faith keeps striving. True faith keeps aiming. True faith keeps fighting. True faith does not let go. It is determined. It is steadfast. It is tenacious. It is persistent. It has no limits. Do y'all hear me? So we got to learn how to take the brakes off. No limit, tear down the wall. No limits, remove the margin. No limits, quarantine your trepidation. No limit. Let this be a time in your life that you elevate your expectations. Let this be a time that you extend your perimeters. Let this be a time that you broaden your horizons. Let this be a time that you enlarge your perspectives. Let this be the time that you aim higher. Y'all don't hear me? Yeah, let this be the time that you dream bigger. Let this be the time that you start trying harder. Push yourself further. Push yourself into a state of success. Push yourself across the finish line. Tell yourself, I know I can do it. Because you can. There is much more. You don't have to settle. Yeah, take the limits off. Don't minimize your potential. Don't standardize your capabilities. Don't stereotype your possibilities. Don't put a lid on how far you can go. Somebody said the sky is the limit, but with faith, you can go even further. With faith, you can see the invisible. With faith, you can anticipate the indescribable. Do y'all hear me? Jesus said all things are impossible, or are possible if we only believe. Yeah, I'm talking about no limit living. Living without limits. No limits on our healing. No limits on miracles. No limits on deliverance. And certainly no limits on God. Yes. I'm here to tell you, you ought to let this be a time in your life. Yes. That you activate your faith. The Bible says that we walk by faith and not by sight. So let this be the time that you speak those things that are not as though they were. Oh Lord, tell yourself, I'm not going to fear no more. No fear, no apprehension. I'm not going to make any excuses. What I'm going to do is I'm going to live life without limiting myself. Yeah. Tell yourself that I'm going for greater. Is there anybody here today that want to go for greater? Oh Lord, you might be doing okay, and and you might be getting by right now. But I'm here to let you know that you can go for greater. Do y'all hear me? This ain't all that God has for you. Do y'all hear me? I know you've been blessed all your life, but I'm here to let you know that you can go for greater. You get right here. God has an even greater that He's already given you. Do y'all hear me? Yeah, I heard Him say that if you can believe, all things are possible. Do y'all hear me? There can be greater in your life. Greater for your family. Greater for your church. Greater for your children. Greater for yourself. Do y'all hear me? All you gotta do is say, Lord, I'm going for greater. Yes, I am. I'm going for greater. Because you said, greater is He that is in me. Y'all hear me? Greater is He that is in me than he that's in the world. Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right? Greater, I'm going for it. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm going for greater. I'm going for greater. I know I'm blessed already. I know I'm a builder already. I know He's been good already. I know He's been blessed already. Oh, I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. Oh, I'm going. I'm going for greater. 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 Anybody going for greater?
Yes, Lord. Yes, sir.
Greater, 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 greater. Greater. Won't He give you greater? Won't He give you greater? Take the brakes off. Take the limits off. God will. He'll give you greater. He'll give you greater. He'll give you greater. 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 Living without limits. Living without limits. You might be I don't understand. You blessed and everything. We all are. But it can get even better than this, you know. God has not maxed out. He's not maxed out. He's not depleted his resources. He's still able to do exceedingly abundantly. The Bible says, above all that you can even ask or think. In other words, you can't even imagine, you can't even fathom things that God is able to do. And Paul wrote to the church at Corinthians and said, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men the thing that God has prepared for them that love Him. And so I have a right to expect great. Amen? Oftentimes we have limited ourselves from the greater that God would have us to have.
All right.
But today is the day that you can say, I'm going for greater. I'm going for greater. I'm going for greater. I know I'm blessed already, but I'm going for greater. And if you trust God and believe, this text says, this Bible says, that all things are possible to the one that believes.